I was a good inmate, so to speak. Everything I did perfect. And this was an advantage. When sometimes you stood 2-3 hours on the roll call. Why? Because there was a mistake in counting. And in case if somebody died during that night, they carried his body right out. He was counted. As long as he's still here and not buried or taken away. And counting and counting. And finally, before the officer who was in charge came to the report, we were ordered to perform some, I don't know what it means, but some shows, to remove our hats. The moment we will hear the order, Mützen, meaning in German, hats off. You have to do it once, in unison. And we used to practice about 5-6 times, sometimes more, before the officer came to get the report. But when 18,000 or 20,000 people are removing their heads at once, like this, Mützen up, then it's like a hurricane comes, a whistling. And if this was not enough, he wasn't satisfied, we stood about an hour doing Mützen up. You should remember that it was on a film. It was in the camp of Plaschow, Mützen, meaning heads up and down, every time in the morning. When I was on the set of Steven Spielberg, I said to him, listen, do you include the moving up and down? Yes, I've heard about it. You must do that. It was my idea to include in the film the heads up and down. If you see it again, think about it. When this was over, after 2 hours, and the number of was okay, we were marching into our workshops. I'm hungry, I want to eat something, but there's nothing to eat. 12 o'clock, that's a whistle. You leave your work, you go out and stand in line up. You have to line up, everything goes to line up. 50 people in a row. They are bringing their soup cattle right in front of you. A few, depending on the people. Here was another strategy. Listen to this. When is the best time? Where is the best time to wait among this kettle contains only 50 portions of soup, water, rotten potato peas. But at least maybe you will be lucky to find something, a piece of carrot. So when is the best time to come to the kettle? When it is full or half? Each one of the enemies, especially the old-timers, they would never tell the recruits to come. It's okay, you can stand wherever, but they always try to be at the end. Because if you approach a cattle, when the distributors, or it comes to the bottom, the good stuff always remains at the bottom, right? So you have a chance to get something from the thicker stuff. I never succeeded because I was young, they were pushing, they were... And one time I did try. I was beaten up. So what was it, also depending what was served and what was the soup. If it was carrot or potatoes or peas, it's better to be at the end. But if it is lettuce and light stuff that's always floating on the top, it's better to be among the first. But when you got your soup, when you stand in front of this kettle, within 2 minutes, 3 minutes,